This is the Budworth family. Deep in the Suffolk countryside, set in 130 acres, is the family house, which once belonged to the Dukes of Norfolk. Helicopter pilot and entrepreneur Ben Budworth has just taken over the family business. The Lady magazine. Established in 1885, it is England's oldest running weekly magazine for women. But this slice of national history is in trouble. So the family have brought in this lady, Rachel Johnson, to drag it into the modern age. But with a devoted older readership,
what do I enjoy most of all is the Ladygram.
And staff that have been there for decades.
Why doesn't she just come back?
What?
She can come back. It's a lover's tiff.
She'll have to be the Iron Lady to bring back the glory days.
I have a feeling I'm going to have to do a couple of sackings.
Rachel Johnson lives in a shabby chic townhouse in Notting Hill. Hyper-connected, she is one of the Johnson dynasty. But as a successful novelist and journalist, she's very much her own woman.
The reason I'm editing The Lady, because I think it's going to be bags of fun. It's the dream, is to come into a publication that's established, historic, and at a time when nobody reads it, and to put it on the map again. This was the thing that really shocked my daughter. She said, "Mum, it's so lame, I can't believe you're doing it. It's got a piece about the history of the cucumber." And I said, "Darling, I'm sure it's very interesting." I can't. It's a whole page on the cucumber.
It's like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. What lies behind that Georgian facade with those 1907 covers? It's like a cross between an undertaker's and a lunatic asylum.
Hello, my name's Ben Budworth. I'm the great-grandson of the founder of the Lady magazine, and in fact the founder of Vanity Fair magazine, Thomas Gibson Bowles, who 124 years ago in this building founded the Lady magazine as a magazine for gentlewomen.
The Lady was the go-to place for those looking for a nanny or a butler, and the magazine, said to be the Queen's favourite read, is, like its building, cocooned in a 1950s version of England. Its days of pomp are long gone.
This is the main entrance hall here, compared by some to an undertaker's office. Downstairs, now to the archive, there is the Lady magazine in 1886, in all its former glory, 10 copies of it. This is 1899, and we have never let these see the light of day until now. And then round about the 1950s, we started to lose our way. By 1989, we were starting to produce covers like this. And if it wasn't cats, it was owls. And what we really need is a new editor who can come in, take on the magazine, and make it relevant to today's modern women, 45 plus.
This is going to be the challenge of my life, because what we have in The Lady is a magazine that its 30,000 readers love and subscribe to. But what we want to do is to double the readership, to bring in another 30,000 readers without totally alienating the readers who already love it as it is. So, i.e. a virtually impossible task.
What The Lady stands for are core values. Things like dignity, decency, honesty and integrity.
My idea of the lady reader is probably very old-fashioned and will gradually die off, and then maybe the new editor will be right to change it.
Today's modern woman isn't buying into the owl and pussycat covers, nor the ads for incontinence pads and stair lifts. The magazine is now hemorrhaging thousands of pounds of family money. And so the new editor wants a new image.
Take away the floral tribute aspect of some of the covers. You know, it just makes me feel like someone's died when I look at that.
It's not only the contents of the magazine that have seen better days. Working practices at the Lady also belong to a bygone era. No such thing as short-term contracts here. Once through the doors, staff don't tend to leave.
Aaron Kay, third generation to work at the Lady. His father was here, and his father's father was here at the Lady.
My father was nicknamed the Lady Baby.
How long have you been here for, Kath?
Nearly 34 years.
Nearly 34 years. Yet again, almost a youngster. We will go and meet our literary editor, Paul Blazard. How's it going?
Yeah, all right, I think. How are you doing?
Very good, very good. And
Aunt Ep's Guide to Life. From chastity to copper kettles, musings of a Victorian lady.
I think we can do without that.
I book with the Buzz next week. No, it's really rather good.
Is
Right
it?
up our street, I think.
Looking forward to Tuesday?
Tuesday, what's that? Oh, the grand arrival. Yeah, lots to look forward to. Yes. Is Rachel looking forward to Tuesday?
Jolly well hope so. Jolly well hope so.
Have we bought the bunting?
I know the staff are going to look at me and think, oh gosh, the new editor, I want her to like me. But I'm their editor, and I'm not going to be their new best friend. Ben is a dear boy, but hasn't wielded the hatchet enough.
Rachel is Ben's attack dog. Not only has she got to change the magazine, she's also got to clear out some of the staff.
What the heck is the point in hiring a dog, or buying a dog, or owning a dog, if you're going to do the barking yourself? I'm certainly not after a lap dog that's just going to sit on my lap and do bugger all day. Hello.
Hi, Ben.
We've been waiting for you for a while. Do come
I'm
up.
finally here.
Absolutely.
Ben, are you going to offer to carry my bag?
Okay, of course. Did I not? Your new office.
Hey,
Temporary desk.
I like it.
But it's cleaner, a heck of a lot cleaner than it was. Straight away, Blazard's collection.
Is this Blaise?
Our literary editor would waste no time in welcoming you.
It's from Blaise.
Yeah.
Whilst not exactly bunting, it's the closest I could get to waving flags for your arrival. Do you think this is a pitch to keep his job?
Yes.
I'm sure Rachel probably has ideas. I'm sure we'll discuss them. I will be very honest and say I'm very protective of it because I've had to fight battles to get it to looking what it is.
I've been told some quite ungracious things about people who will be working for me, and I've got to then come quickly to various conclusions about whether they are going to be able to work for me, or whether the kindest thing I can do is cut them loose.
Anything else you need, then let me know.
No, send in La Fulcia.
Do you want to see her then? Well, if you ring 0 and ask to be put through to Lindsay.
Hello, it's Rachel upstairs. Hi there. Do you know where my office is? Yes, why don't you come over?
Someone like Ben has got to be a businessman. It's either going to work as a business or not. And so it's no good sobbing and say, poor little Maisie has got to be saved. No. Gone.
Lindsay is the assistant editor who applied to be editor. Was quite upset not to be editor. And has been here for 18 years. And is on the death list. She may turn out to be the next Tina Brown, but I have a feeling that if that was the case... Hi. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Very pleased to meet you. Welcome to the wacky world of the lady. Maybe it won't be so wacky after...
Oh, from what I hear, it's wacky as anything.
Well, it could be less wacky.
I don't know. Well, it depends what you want to do with it. We have got a lot of favourite things stacked up, like, you know, aeroplanes.
Well, that may... Favourite things is one of the first things I'm going to probably change. That page is going to be given over to a man ranting.
Right, okay.
Lovely. Very nice to see you. Bye. I have a feeling I'm going to have to do a couple of sackings. They knew these people weren't pulling their weight and couldn't write and were wastes of space. Why didn't they get rid of them years ago? Why wait? So I've got to deal with it. And it's not going to be pretty. I don't believe in relaunches as such. What I want to do is to make subtle, but what I would like to think will be arousing changes throughout the magazine.
Rachel Johnson is the new editor of the Lady magazine, and she is charged with not only modernising the 125-year-old publication, but also taking a new broom to the long-standing workforce.
We don't want it now. He's made it.
Well, actually, you're early compared to our expectation of when you were going to come in.
It's only her first editorial meeting, but she goes head-to-head with the man responsible for the reader's beloved short story.
I haven't told Paul the terrible crushing blow that's about to land on Paul.
Do tell.
Paul, I'm not sure about this short story. Maybe I should have done this in a private moment.
Okay, thanks.
But I haven't seen you till just now. So, I mean, we need to release some space for other things.
Yeah, no,
we can talk about it.
I was made to look like a fool, and I was embarrassed. I felt my head turning, to the colour of a beetroot, thinking, well, I'm out here.
Great. All right. Thank you.
Welcome, Rachel.
Literary editor Paul Blezard is Rachel's first blood.
It didn't quite work having an in-house literary editor at that volume. There was a lot of talk, but not a lot of copy. Have you had a coffee yet?
I produced more than enough copy, but when you know that you're being made the whipping boy, when you know that you've got that sad tattoo on your forehead saying sacrificial lamb, and the smell of death is upon you, you know you're gone.
I sacked Paul Blezard, but I wanted to sack him quite fast, and I did. Ben was very good in backing me up. He talked a bloody good game, but he didn't actually deliver, and he had a very loud voice.
She did say that your voice was too loud.
Well, pot kettle, go figure.
So, yeah, good start to Rachel's second day.
Do you think Rachel can turn it around?
No. If you really want my definitive answer on that, no. But to qualify it, I don't know who can. My fear is that Ben is holding a poisoned chalice.
Only a year ago, helicopter pilot Ben was teaching Chinese and Nigerian students how to fly over in Florida. But he was scrambled back home by his mother to try and save the ailing family business.
I've had worse flights.
And so, looking for a new direction, he has installed Rachel as the new editor.
I was looking at High Life magazine on the way to Jamaica, and they did something really cool.
She has only ever edited a student magazine before, but she has the ambition and bulging contacts book that Ben is looking for.
What does a helicopter pilot know about magazines? What does Rachel know about editing magazines when she hasn't for years? Well, who knows or dares to dream.
Ben's dream is to double the current readership of 30,000. Over the next 6 months, he expects Rachel to bring in 10,000 new readers. Rachel's strategy is to win over younger readers by reinventing the look of the magazine.
This is actually a January 2009 cover. I think it could be 1965. So what I want to do is reinvent the lady, but by going back into the archive, finding one of the elegant old mastheads, and Bob's your uncle.
Rachel has brought in a new design team to show Ben their first attempt at a completely new cover.
What I love is the friction between the very elegant 19th century typeface of the lady, of the masthead, with the obviously bang up to date cover shoot of a Kate Humble, where she's got on trend ribbed stockings and a shift and all the rest of it, and it's all very patterned, and I don't know, I love it. It is quite a leap from where we are now.
It looks really elegant. I'm not sure about the strap at the bottom.
I like the strap at the bottom, so I think it looks modern.
This would be Rachel's first major change, but publisher Ben isn't sold on the idea.
What you're asking me to do, to put it frankly, is throw away all of the received wisdom of the newsstand. It's a leap too much at this stage just to say, yeah, crack on with that. Let's see a little bit more development. I don't want to do a research group or a focus group or anything like that, but I generally need a little more feeling that this is something into the direction into which we can put the family business.
He absolutely adores the masthead as it currently
Is the direction into which we can put the family business.
He absolutely adores the masthead as it currently is. He thinks it's just kind of, reached a kind of pitch of perfection, and I think it looks really vulgar. It's like a Boots magazine.
Undeterred, Rachel is pushing on. She's put a ban on still life cover shots of floral arrangements, and in their place come real women as cover girls.
What I want to do is to habituate the eye to the existence of a middle-aged woman. We pretend they don't exist. I'm going to put women over 40 on the cover every week. Anybody else have any thoughts for cover girls that we'd like to see? I'll tell you who I was thinking of. Kirsty Young? Kirsty Allsop? What about Judy Finnegan?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Well, very popular lady. Follow me. This is Judy.
Ben is impressed with the prospect of putting celebrity Joan Collins on the cover.
Hello. Hello. Tammy, this is Joan Collins, who we're hoping will be doing something. What do you think of the cover?
It's all right. It's very ladylike.
Oh, hello.
Sheena?
That's very nice, thank you. Ben, do you want to... Oh my gosh!
Now Rachel has dragged the cover shots into the 21st century. She's determined to lose the random articles about cucumbers and other such favourite things. In their place, she introduces a column written by men, a radical change for the lady. And she is leading from the front in getting more exciting, racier copy.
So you don't measure me, but you just assess me visually?
Visually, yes.
And you are a royal appointment, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
So can I ask you a question you don't have to answer, but do you assess Her Majesty in the same way as you're assessing me?
Well, we treat all of our customers in the same way.
It's a very good answer. Hello, boys.
Blimey. So just like the lady, you're undergoing a change.
I'm undergoing transformation and revitalisation. We are supporting our assets.
But Rachel's enthusiasm for her changes are not echoed by all of the lady's devoted readers.
But I certainly noticed all of a sudden a great change. We don't need too many more of her friends doing articles, but writing about what they've done during the week and so forth, and it doesn't really interest me.
I miss the lady that I knew, not the present-day lady.
I remind you what the lady looked like only earlier this year. That is a 2009 issue of the lady. Check out our cover girl.
That cover girl was selected by Arlene Usden, the former editor of 18 Years. Arlene may no longer be in the building, but she remains editor at large, as well as opera critic, beauty writer and travel correspondent. She has been let go to make way for Rachel, and yet she continues to be contracted to the lady.
Well, I've never met her. I've never spoken to her. And I realised that Ben wanted somebody famous, or not famous, connected to fame, like her brother Boris, in order to get publicity.
Rachel may never have met the former editor, but Arlene has a continued presence in the building.
And your daughter Yanina works there as well?
Yes. She is a brilliant journalist. She got her first from Edinburgh, in English, and I'm very proud of her. She can do anything. In fact, until Ben, took over, she was doing fiction, writing, the diary, subbing, everything you could think of.
On the 10th of December, the Endeavour is going from the Kennedy Space Centre, and it's got a British-born astronaut on it. No, wait, don't despair, don't despair. Yanina's interests are quite off left field, I think, for the tenor and the content of the magazine. She wanted to have a piece about alien abductions, and she's very interested in mental illness, which I am too, but it's just, the lady has to be about all things lovely.
Rachel made one sacking in her first few days, but she soon discovered that legally, long-standing members of staff are harder to remove. Lindsay was on Rachel's so-called death list from the beginning, but like Yanina and her mother Arlene, she has been at the lady for 18 years.
What happens on a newspaper, if someone's face doesn't fit or they're no longer required on voyage, their contract isn't renewed. What we've had at the Lady is everyone's had a job for life. It's like, oh, I'm in my 60s, I'm not really doing my job very well, but, you know, I'm bloody well staying. So I'm saying to Ben, just get rid of the people you don't like. Why haven't you? They've been here for 20 years, whatever. And Ben says, oh, Rachel, you have no idea. You know, he thinks he's going to be sued to Kingdom Come.
So instead, Rachel strips features editor Janina of some of her duties and moves her into an office out of the way and at the back of the building with Lindsay.
We're isolated. We are in the gulag.
To raise morale of the office, Ben is organising the ladies' first Christmas party in years.
I can smell burning. This is so cocked up.
But Rachel's discovered that some of the occasional writers from Arlene's reign have been invited.
Right, okay. No, but basically I think Arlene's mounted a brilliant rearguard action.
I want
all her contributors coming to the Christmas lunch. The only thing that's missing is Arlene now.
Okay, Maureen, listen, take a breath, okay? Gird your loins and head downstairs.
With the list.
With the list, okay?
Yes.
Who is Maria Hardy?
She's written one piece on cruise liners.
And why was she on the list then?
Because it was suggested by Lindsay. Lindsay, can you just... It's Rachel. Can you come in, because we're trying to sort out this Christmas party shambles. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hello. Could you explain who a number of these contributors are, please, and what they have done for the magazine?
And why would we want them at Christmas lunch? Ron Toft?
He's written for us for years. I misunderstood, Ben. You asked for, or somebody else for suggestions for the party.
Yep.
It's a lunch. It's not a big party. That's the difference.
It's a lunch party. It'll do. Let's not split hairs.
Okay. Well, I thought it was a party, and I thought it was some sort of thank you and goodbye to all those old people who've written
Thank you and goodbye. Right.
Well, now there's an idea. That's creative. That's the best idea that I've heard.
Why don't we just close up shop afterwards?
Basically, nobody wants to hear about the past. It's as if we did nothing. But, you know, 30,000 readers. Well, it was 50 when we started and about 28 when we finished. Arlene and I can't be wrong. So we must have been doing something right.
I brought in favourite things which the readers love. In fact, they say, oh, we always turn to that first. That was one of the things I brought in.
Sometimes we had one-page features that weren't particularly linked to anything terribly much. Could be a book or the time of year, if it was cobnuts, the history of the cobnut, or the history of this, that, the next thing. You wouldn't get in any other place apart from Reader's Digest, maybe a long while ago.
Readers are quite conservative when they get to like something, and I think you should be very careful how you frighten the horses.
40 years she's been reading The Lady.
I think she's being a bit silly. If it ain't broke, why fix it?
We, and no doubt many others, will no longer be reading your magazine. If it was to go back to how it was, I'd be quite happy. I have therefore cancelled my regular new order.
It's just somehow not the same.
I would like to congratulate you on the new Lady.
I like the fact that they're not size 0 models. From when Rachel took over, that's when I started to read it. So, and I've enjoyed it. And it's like having a little jewellery box every week.
2 months into the new reign, and the mixed reaction from the readers sees circulation consistently below 30,000, and a long way from the 40,000 target Rachel needs to hit.
Ben, how's it all going?
Pretty appallingly. No, I mean, no one was going to say this is going to be easy, and it wouldn't be fair to say it's going to be a walk in the park.
Well, it is credit crunch year. It is the very worst year to ask anybody to do anything, really.
However, I think
Ben returns home to report to the magazine's major investor, Mother.
Yes.
It's not...
It's not so comfortable now Rachel's there, really.
It's... Really?
I don't think she makes it over comfortable. I think it was more comfortable when Arlene was there, because it was so bland.
Yeah.
You see, I feel that Rachel is in so many ways trying too hard. She's she's been told to go to the edge, and she's gone to the edge, and that may be a mistake. It's a tightrope to walk, I think she's taken on a very tricky job. Really, I mean, I think if I'd been doing her job, I wouldn't have done anything different, except maybe the covers. And still not wonderfully happy about the covers.
Does his mum have a say in...
Yes. She made me take out a paragraph in the piece we're running next week about cads and why women find them irresistible. And it mentioned a man being in a state of arousal, and she rang me up. She had marked the bit, you know, she'd been sent a proof of it, and I had to take out this reference. Because if she flags something up, I can be pretty sure that it would be what we used to call at the Sunday Times a marmalade dropper. You know, they said, I can't believe, you know, some man in a state of arousal. I'm reading about that.
3 months in, and Rachel's worried. She's winning a handful of new readers, but the old devotees are cancelling subscriptions. So she makes a strategic decision to placate the old guard. She's reinstating some of the quirkier articles, or as she calls them, cobnuts.
You know, we're getting the older readers wanting it to be more like the old days and everything. I was wondering whether, after we have the letters page, Vicky's, whether we want to put some cobnuts in the short story after the letters page, so we can have a sort of natural break in the magazine. And then they get a bit more of the old stuff, leading them to the lady ground.
Yeah.
Could you start doing that for this coming issue?
Absolutely fine.
My favourite things, the short story, cobnuts.
Yeah.
Okay? How about that?
Lindsay is enjoying the return of some of the old-fashioned articles and has triumphed with a piece that actually is on the cobnut.
Is it actually about cobnuts? What is it? It's not.
It's going to be...
It is. Cobnuts are a very popular British dessert. I think he means dessert. During the 18th and 19th century. We've got to have it.
As a route back to the traditional readers, Lindsay has grabbed the chance to get back in the action.
You see, we were very anarchic in The Lady. We used to write about anything we fancied with reference to nothing at all. That was just, we wanted an article on red, orange, cobnuts, lotus blossoms.
But there is one voice from the past that Rachel doesn't want in The Lady any longer.
Oh, Christ, she's got to come off the masthead.
No, actually you can't.
No, Ben.
No.
You've said this every week for 3 months.
I don't want confrontation.
Grow a pair of balls.
We have to just make sure that the I's are dotted, T's are crossed. It is actually important because I just don't want to screw up.
Is it in her contract that she has to remain on the masthead?
No, it's not, but it's professional to make sure that the letter arrives before she's removed. See you tomorrow. Bye. I tell you what, if we ran this company in the way that Rach wants to run it, there is no harm whatsoever in doing it that way, save that it would cost us an arm and a leg in every employment tribunal up and down the country.
I thought I was editor, and yet there's, you know, Eileen's presence is everywhere. But I feel as if I'm prizing each finger off. You know, she's clinging to the ledge, and I'm prizing each finger off. There's opera, then I've prized off beauty, prized off travel, and now I've got to get off the masthead, and then it's done. I think you should get the grockles as well. The grockles.
After 3 months of radical change at The Lady, editor Rachel Johnson is a long way from her target of 40,000. Some of the existing readers have been cancelling their subscriptions, and so Rachel's travelled to Derbyshire with an idea she hopes will win them back. Chatsworth House belongs to one of the Mitford sisters, the Dowager Duchess of Devonshire, whose grandfather was the founder of The Lady.
Could we resist? These are for you. I'm afraid it looks like coals to Newcastle. Anyway, give those to somebody. I'll just dump my stuff here. I'm just going to tell...
Of The Lady.
Could we resist? These are for you. I'm afraid it looks like coals to Newcastle. Anyway, give those to somebody. I'll just dump my stuff here. I'm just going to turn my telephone off. Where is it? Hello? It's gone. Thank goodness.
Rachel wants her to be The Lady's new agony aunt, a first for the magazine.
I want to bend you to my will. And I was wondering whether you might ever consider becoming the lady's first ever agony aunt?
Well, the thing is, what is an agony aunt?
What it is people send you letters. And what I want is your instant reaction. Let's say you had a letter from somebody saying, my children eat with their mouths open and make a noise, terrible noise. And whatever I do or say, they carry on. I mean, it's really a problem, this is a very common problem amongst the younger generation.
Well, the thing is to bash them. I would say you're disgusting. And then put something huge in their mouth, which is uncomfortable.
This person says, I want you to come to dinner any time between now and next year. That your heart always sings.
Really kind of you to ask me to dinner. I would love to come, but the thing is, we're going around the world.
It's just a bare-faced lie.
It's so rude.
I think it's going to be a huge feature.
Look at the light. I can't see. I'm blinded by this low winter sun.
By this well-known Derbyshire sun.
Deborah would be the lady's first ever agony aunt, but she is also just the sort of no-nonsense figure that may help Rachel walk the tightrope between the old and new readers.
Love the Duchess of Devonshire. I think that she'd give exceedingly good advice.
Oh, what fun! Oh, yes, that would be good.
Rachel returns to London nervous at what the next set of circulation figures might reveal.
I try not to hear the figures. I don't ask. Don't ask, don't tell. But when we've got our reindeer, when we launch our knit your own reindeer antlers for your pet, then everything will change.
I mean, it is good news. There's no doubt about it. The worry is that we'd go, good morning. How are you?
Are we at an all-time low?
Ye have so little faith in your own ability. No, you've done fabulous. We have added a few.
Added a few, thank God.
Yeah.
Well,
but we're talking.
29, it's going in the right direction again. Good.
The fuse is still burning, but we're waiting for the explosion.
The figures are slowly beginning to rise, but the magazine's past still festers in the boardroom as the outcast members of staff turn on each other.
Apparently Lindsay and Yanina had a meltdown over who was commissioning the gents. They both went shouty crackers. Tears before God knows what. 90 of the long knives.
It can sometimes be quite a strange atmosphere.
Well, I think everyone's nervous. I think everybody in the magazine is nervous, and it doesn't make for a very relaxed, jolly contact, because nobody knows what's going to happen. I don't quite know how I fit into the new world. Maybe I don't fit. Maybe they'll get rid of me, who knows?
Yanina, you can carry on looking after news reviews and contributors and making sure we got a gents and a diary, yeah? I haven't got, yeah.
I would say I haven't got a single friend in this department now. Definitely. That's how it feels. If you're struggling for your own survival, then knifing somebody else in the back is necessary. And I think that people have done that. And keep on doing it. You know, I may not be here when you finish the film in March. I may have softly and suddenly vanished away.
But do you know what's going to happen?
No. And that is very nerve-wracking.
The Lady Christmas Lunch. All the staff are here, except, of course, the disinvited occasional writers from the old regime.
At the Christmas party, both Lindsay and Yanina seemed very chummy with Ben's mother, Julia.
Did they? Nice. Well, don't forget, I mean, they've been here for 20 years, both of them.
Well, maybe that's...
Of course they're chummy with Ben's mother. I've been here for 3 months.
Maybe that's why it makes it difficult for Ben. He's got mother to think of.
Ben just doesn't want to get his checkbook out. That's the only difficult part of this.
Ben's brother Adam is also at the Christmas party, and he has high hopes under the new editorship.
I think you mentioned to us at the Christmas party a figure of 80,000.
Ah, that was the dream. That's the dream, that's the dream. That was the golden years. We've always used that as the template and said, well, in the 1950s, the golden years, we did get 80,000 a week.
80,000? Has he lost leave of his senses?
He's obviously confident in your abilities.
Ah, it's scary. That's what they expect.
Well, that was Adam.
Crumbs.
80,000. Rachel is currently a long way from her initial target of 40,000, and so she decides to go for broke with a new look Christmas double issue. She wants a cover girl that will appeal to all ages, as well as the brand new masthead she tried to sell to Ben in her first few weeks.
Right. Can we have cover ideas for Christmas, anyone?
One of the women, 2009 woman, or do you not want another woman?
No, we do want another woman, but we need targeted suggestions.
I don't know.
Can you not see there might be a little bit of a problem with putting Madonna on our Christmas cover?
Yes. Obviously, Julie Andrews, she's going to be here on the 14th of December. Now, if we can get her, then obviously she'd be great. Let's go for Julie Andrews.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rachel's design team press Ben one last time on their vision for change, and he finally relents.
Yes, yes. Go for it. Happy?
That sounds like a yes. That sounds like a yes.
It's got to be it. The man from Del Monte says yes.
And Julie Andrews grants an exclusive print interview to the lady. With so much riding on this new look issue, Rachel nervously waits for an audience with the dame, hoping it will deliver one of her favourite things: increased circulation.
They're on their way to get me. The cameraman I was with was ejected before he reached the lift. Then I hear, for the first time for real, as opposed to in Dolby stereo, that voice. The agent signs with his hand. That means time to wrap it up, he says. The hour has gone. I do want to wrap it up. I want to wrap up Julie and take her home. I've had my hour with Julie Andrews. It was the best Christmas present I've ever had. Now you can have it too. You have a look at the original, which she looks like it's the open casket.
This is what they told us we must have.
No, I think if I was stuck on a magazine cover, I'd look fairly embalmed. I actually think she looks pretty hot for a 70-something-year-old.
That's the first time we've ever used the words world exclusive as cover line on the lady, Ben.
I regret so, yes. I hope we're not cheapening the magazine by doing this. I'm certain we're not.
Cheapening?
Don't all cackle at once.
So this is a momentous issue.
Yeah, this is the Christmas issue, the double issue, the redesign launch issue. It's got everything in one festive package.
So there could be a big bounce with the figures.
There could be, or it could be an enormous flop.
What's your money on at the moment?
Bounce. I'm an incurable optimist.
You could get up to, say...
40,000.
40,000?
Yeah. Well, we'll see after Christmas.
40,000 would be impressive, wouldn't it?
It'll be wonderful.
Is Arlene on the masthead for the Christmas edition?
Fuck, I know. I've got to get her off. I'm going to get her off.
Why is that so important to you?
It's symbolic. I mean, as long as she's on the masthead, as long as she's on the masthead, Yanina puts her into news and reviews like a norovirus. She infests vast areas of the paper with the ladies, Arlene Osden, and it just looks like she's still editing and I'm not.
In the grand scheme of things, I think you're getting your knickers in a twist, about Arlene. You've got so much more to concentrate on. She is good as gone.
Ben,
but it
she's
will-
the old editor, and she's hanging around not only in the shape of her daughter, but also in the shape of her byline appearing all over the paper and on the masthead. I mean, I have a valid point here.
No, don't get all huffy and puffy with me, madam. I take your point, but if you're threatened by our...
Why doesn't she just come back?
Sorry, I can't finish the sentence, can I?
You can have her back.
What?
She can come back. It's all fine.
Yeah. Well, have three of you in the same office?
Yeah. Bring her back.
Later that day, Ben finally gives in, and Arlene is informed that she is no longer editor-at-large, and her services are no longer required at the Lady. Rachel is about to be judged on a magazine that is all of her own making. Judgment Day. The Christmas circulation figures are in.
Your dog. Okay, well, some good news, very good news.
Really?
Figures have come in for Christmas, and I'm happy to say that I'm confident that we've sold at least 32,000 copies.
It's not very many, is it?
Well, it's a 20% increase.
On last year?
On the week before.
Maybe we were all chasing, the wrong number. It's certainly better than 26,000, but it's not 40,000. But, he seems pleased.
You can see down here, 28.
The returns bring the Christmas issue figures down to 31,000. Needing 35,000 before they break even, and 40 to attract the high-end advertisers, Ben sends Rachel out on a publicity drive.
I am the marketing budget. He is a single club golfer. There is one policy, and that is get Rach onto sofas.
In the front, you've got the list of contributors, one of which is the office dog.
Coco?
Yeah.
Yes, she writes a column now. She's just written all her thank you letters.
We are out of time.
She's very valued.
Rachel tours the country's broadcasters, but she also pulls off a feature spread in the Sunday Times magazine. Publicity gold.
When the stardust she's been valiantly trying to sprinkle has settled, we see the Mayor of London's little sister putting the party shoes on a corpse and hoping against hope that it will start dancing. Somehow, she leaves you with the impression that the miracle might just come to pass.
Well, you must have been pleased with the Sunday Times piece, Ben.
It would hit the 75%.
You said
mark.
85% yesterday.
Yeah, I've revised it down though. I will never be 100% happy with press unless they absolutely print everything we give them. So that would be my 100% marker. But on the basis that...
But then no one would believe it, Ben, so it would be counterproductive because it would read like puff.
Yeah, I'll probably just finish what I was saying. If you
Be
don't
my
mind.
guest.
Yeah, if you get more than 60% right, then it's a positive piece as far as we're concerned.
See you later. 5,000 words of free publicity, and he sits and nitpicks over it and sort of says we should do better. He has no idea how lucky he is to get that sort of coverage. What planet does he live on? He's got to be and get in the real world. In the real world, this is a piddling magazine that nobody cares about or buys. Sorry, I didn't mean that, but you know. Hello? No.
Who was that?
Ben.
What did he say?
He wants me to pop through. No, I mean, everyone cares about the magazine. They want it to be around. It's a sort of, you know, if you don't use it, you'll lose it situation. No, of course not. Did I just hang off on him? It's a lover's tiff.
Got a problem?
No.
Twice you just put the phone down and...
I didn't.
Is it cutting yourself off?
Well, I thought we'd said goodbye.
Thoughts. I don't think you do much in the way of thinking. What's up with you? Come and tell Uncle Ben.
I think you don't realise how lucky you are to have had that Sunday Times piece, and how it was all my work getting it.
Yeah.
And all my PR smarts went into getting it. And you nitpick your way through it and find the bits that you don't like, and actually you didn't like it particularly. And I want to be congratulated for pulling off such a coup.
Now, what did you think of the Sunday Times piece?
All publicity is good publicity. I think it's a good way of approaching it. It didn't reflect particularly well on us and the various efforts we're making. That was my view.
It would be fair to say Leslie White has a black mark in my book.
I think I'm about to write her a letter thanking her for being so unbelievably kind. And generous to us, honestly, really. You have no idea what she could have done. She could have written all about incontinence pads and stanner stair lifts and how we're irrelevant, and she didn't. And she made us look as if we were a player and that we had legs, and but in every sense. You've got to understand. I just live in the real world.
Live in that world.
I live in the real world, and I don't think you.
Well, you live in.
But you live in a bubble where it is the lady. You've been brought up by the lady. You've been educated by the lady. You don't see. I mean, there's a sort of, in a sense, a lack of perspective on this.
Hang on, wait a second. Firstly, I've been running companies since I was a nipper. Secondly, I've been in the world of media almost as long as you have. I totally understand PR. I totally understand media. But I'm not going to be so unrealistic as to say that we'll get 100% from everything.
But you're both admitting to disappointment because you just don't know how pleased you should be. We're on different planets.
But describing the lady as the old putting some dancing shoes on the dead old deer of Maiden Street, Maiden Lane, is not how I see it.
The Budworth family are invested psychologically in the lady, the publication of the lady. They don't want to be seen to fail. It's like, the oldest son of the last line in a Duke of decaying baronets. They don't want to be the oldest son who failed to keep the old place going, and that's what's going on here. It's a losing battle, basically.
With circulation now pushing 30,000 a week, they haven't yet reached the initial target of 40,000. But with figures on the up, The Lady is one of the few magazines bucking the downward trend in publishing, and so Ben vows to battle on. Without Lindsay, who, after 18 years, decided to call it a day.
And may the glittering new lady prove to be a great success.
And with Janina, who has found a place within the new regime. Rachel is still editing the magazine and has now started work on a diary of her time at The Lady.
We'll catch up with Rachel Johnson and find out how The Lady's doing.